Okay, completing the square. So when a quadratic equation cannot be factored using integers, you can use a method called completing the square. It allows us to use the square root method to find the solutions. So let's go over this real quick. Alright, so here's what it looks like with algebra tiles. I have x squared plus 2x, x squared plus 2x. Now notice, if I complete the square like this, I end up with 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So if I add 4 over here, then I have to add 4 here. So there's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4. Alright? So now look at what I have. This side is going to be x plus 2. Okay? And then this side is going to be x and then plus 2. Okay? And then x plus 2 times x plus 2, that's going to give us x plus 2 squared is equal to, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay? Alright, so now let's look at what the algebra looks like. So on this first one, we just want to set up completing the square. So we have to start off, we have to have our x's on the left, the constant over here. So is what we're going to do, we're going to take half of 4 and then square it. So I'm going to go ahead and make my blanks. So I'll go x squared plus 4x plus blank is equal to 5 plus blank. And so half of 4, okay, so 4 over 2 is 2, and then I square that, so that's going to give me 4. So now I'm going to put 4 here and 4 here, just like I did over here. This is completing the square right here. Alright, so if I add 4 to this side, I have to add 4 to this side. So now we're going to end up with, remember, x plus 2, quantity squared, and 5 plus 4 gives us 9. Now if you remember from the day 11 notes, when my a is 1, well then sometimes it's easy to get the factors just by filling in the box. So I have x squared, I have 4, this will be x, this will be x, and now what numbers will go here and here to give me 4? So that'll be 2, 2 times 2 is 4, and then I fill this in, and 2x plus 2x, that gives me 4x. Okay, so that's kind of a quick way to get the factors when this a is 1. Alright, okay, so now let's go down here to the next one. Okay. Alright, so here we have x squared plus 6x is equal to 7. So we already made the blanks. Okay, so we're going to go 6 divided by 2. 6 is our b, and then we'll square that. 6 divided by 2 is 3. Then we square it. That gives us 9. So we're going to put 9 here, 9 there. So now we're left with this. X squared plus 6x plus 9 is equal to 16. And so now again over here in my box, if I fill this in just like we did on day 11 notes, okay, so this will be x squared, 9, x. Now what can I put here, okay, to multiply and get 9? Well, that'll be 3, so that'll give me 3x, okay, and then I add this up, and that gives me 6x. So again, that's how we can get the factors real easily. So the factors will be x plus 3, x plus 3. So this is going to be x plus 3 times x plus 3 is equal to 16. Now x plus 3 times x plus 3, we can rewrite that like this. is equal to 16. So now we can take the square root, okay, of both sides. So that's going to give me x plus 3 is equal to plus or minus 4. So this is going to give me x plus 3 is equal to 4. This is going to give me x plus 3 is equal to negative 4. And so now subtract 3. So that'll be x equals 1. And then I subtract 3. Okay, so this will cancel. And that's going to give me x is equal to negative 7. So my two solutions are going to be x equals 1 and x equals negative 7. Now to make sure these are correct, I would set up my table like this. Okay, this will be my y. This will be like this. Okay, and so we got x squared plus 6x. And this y, this 7 right here, this is a y. Okay, this is a y. So I'm going to put it right here. And then one of my solutions is going to be 1. So I'll go 1. And then look at this. 1 squared plus 6 times 1. 1 squared is 1 plus 6. That gives me 7. And then I'll do the same thing with negative 7. So I'm going to go negative 7 squared plus 6 times negative 7. So that's going to give me 49. And then 6 times the negative 7, that's minus 42. 49 minus 42 is 7. Okay? So that shows how completing the square helps us get these solutions. Okay? So again, remember these right here, these are the solutions. Okay. All right, next one. Okay, now this one's a little different. We'll have an extra step. Now remember, we want to, for completing the square, we want our constants over here. So our first step will be to subtract 1, subtract 1. So this will cancel, and so that's going to give us x squared minus 4x is equal to 6. So now we're ready to do completing the square. So we're going to go x squared minus 4x plus blank is equal to 6 plus blank. So that'll be negative 4 over 2. Square that. Okay, negative 4 divided by 2 is negative 2, then square it, that gives us 4. So I'm going to put 4 here, and I'm going to put 4 here. Okay? So again, we want to use our box here to get our factors real quick. So I'm going to go x squared, and then this will be plus 4. Okay? And then look, this is a negative 4x. So I'll put x here, and then if I need this to be, these to add up to negative 4x, then that's going to be negative 2x. That'll be negative 2x to give me negative 4x. So this will be minus 2, minus 2. Okay. So my factors here are going to be x minus 2 times x minus 2, that'll be equal to 10. So this is x minus 2, oh shoot, damn it. So this will be x minus 2 quantity squared is equal to 10. And so now we're going to take the square root of both sides. So the square root of this is going to be x minus 2, and then the square root of 10. Let's make sure we know how to do this in Desmos. So I'm just going to go square root. I'm just going to go square root, and then 10. And so that gives me 3.1622, blah, blah, blah. So 3.16. We'll just estimate it as 3.16. So So this will be plus or minus 3.16. Okay. So now we're gonna solve this. So we'll go x minus 2 is equal to 3.16, and then we'll go x minus 2 is equal to negative 3.16. Okay, so we'll go plus 2, so that'll give us x is equal to 5.16, and we'll go plus 2, so x would be equal to negative 1.16. Okay, now we could also, instead of doing the decimal, we could do it like this as well. Okay, so at this point we would just, let me bring it over here, it would be x minus 2 is equal to just the square root of 10, okay, plus or minus. So we could just write it as x is equal to plus or minus the square root of 10, and then plus 2, just like that. All right, here we go.